Hello, good morning, good afternoon, anywhere you are in the world. Welcome to Business Analysis Simplified. Oh my God, it's been a long time since we got together. Yes, I think we missed the last episode because of some logistics reason. I was away on a ship cruise, and KDO2 was away on a business trip, and so we couldn't meet. But now we're back. We're back live and direct. And I'm yours truly, Ola Ofime. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh my God, how did we even forget that? You could see me in red trying to show up, reminiscing on Valentine, although it was how many days ago? But no, we're not just gonna let it slide. No, we're not gonna let it slide. It's still Valentine is still in the air. I'm trying to pull you, and you, of course, you should already. That's the norm. Yeah, so happy Valentine's Day. I hope you reached out to the people that you love through flowers, through chocolate, through ice cream, whatever way you whatever way you profess your affection. And I hope you receive the love too. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm just confused I'm hearing flowers and affection. I'm like, oh, is somebody sharing something? Please add chocolate to the list.
So remember, it was Valentine's Day a couple of days ago. Today's February 17th, February 14th. Well, what's supposed to be Valentine's Day? And if you're of the school of thought, I should ask you, what school of thought do you believe in? I mean, are you from? Do you believe that Valentine's Day should just be, I mean, the love day should be celebrated one day, or it should be every day? Are you part of those people that don't want to buy flower on Valentine's Day?
No, no. Actually, I'm of a very different school of thought. I believe in February 14th, we should celebrate, get flowers and all of that. But I also believe that every day you want to show love to the people that matter to you. Not wait for
I like that.
February 14th.
I like
Like
that.
it's birthday. I love birthdays, but you don't want to celebrate your life once in a year. You just want to go out there every day and make it count. So the same thing with love. Why wait for February 14th before I say I love you, before I give you flowers, I give you gifts? I would love to receive flowers every day and chocolate and all of that. I mean, even just saying it. Saying to your spouse, saying to your kids, I love you, I love you. I have never heard of somebody that what's the word? That became ill by being told you love them.
No, I haven't too. I haven't. Instead, they become better. They become better when they hear you profess your love to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I believe in. I believe we should show love. We should, I mean, if you got it, you flaunt it. You love me, you show me. I love you, I tell you. Okay,
I
now I'm
like that.
trying to
Oh,
rhyme and I feel cool.
did you just say show me, meaning that I like getting gifts, but instead I would tell you the one thing. I cut that. I cut that really, really quickly.
Okay,
Oh, that's so
guilty,
cool.
very guilty. But yeah,
Yes.
if you love me,
Yeah,
you show me,
me.
tell
I
me,
like
whatever
that.
it is.
I like
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, to our audience, happy Valentine's Day. So on our show today, we're going to be talking about another business analysis technique. Of course, we've been on this journey for how many weeks now? Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
A lot of techniques, a lot of tips, a lot of principles that we've pulled from the way the organizations use it, and we're starting, hopefully we're starting to apply them to our daily living, and we're
Yeah.
beginning to see results. We're beginning to see outcomes, positive outcomes in our lives. So today we're going to be
Actually,
talking about,
sorry,
yeah.
Ola, we've had some reviews. Remember, like there was this when we spoke about personas, and one person came and be like, "You guys, you just broke down personas. You made it like so easy, and you know, talking about all of these things, breaking it down and making it so relatable." So we try to make it funny, make it interesting. But the most important thing is these nuggets, these techniques, they are actually life enhancing, right?
Absolutely.
So they work.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So today we're going to be talking about another business analysis technique called feedback. Some call it review, some call it feedback. So whichever word rocks your boat, cooks your potato, bakes your potato, choose review or feedback.
That's a
Okay. So
painful one.
I
Ola, feedback is
know,
painful for most of
I
us.
know, I know. Yeah. So the way organizations use it is such that, oh yeah, and it's painful for organizations too. So there are different kinds of review. There are different kinds of feedback. So from employer-employee point of view, it
Mhm.
would be something called performance reviews. And
Yeah.
if you've been part of that and it wasn't that palatable, I mean, you probably could relate. If you've been part of it and you got good appraisal, some call it evaluation, some call it
Mhm.
appraisals, uh, um, that's good for you. Some organizations even spend the entire year because it's supposed to be maybe a semi-annual thing or an annual thing. Some spend the entire year working on performance reviews. It's like a project, a continuous project. Yes,
Wow.
I worked in organizations like that before.
Mm.
The moment you join, you better start writing everything you do every single day down because you're
Wow.
going to be accountable. You're going to be asked. That's how
That's
insane it was. Yeah.
when
We're not
you
going to
get
mention
a
any
job.
names. Exactly. Someone has asked me when I change organization, someone has asked me, how do you then get your job done if this is what you focus on? I said, well, we do it somehow, but we still do the reviews alongside. Yeah, because that's the way that organization is wired.
Hmm.
No fault, no blame, no shame.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, so that's one part of it. Another part of it that could be painful for organization is in form of product review. We all have heard we've bought one product or the other
Yeah.
on Amazon, most importantly because that's the most popular e-commerce platform that we know. We bought products and you've been they will send you emails, leave a review or feedback on what you just bought and all that. Some will leave very amazing reviews because the product was actually good. Some will leave very not so very good reviews, but whichever way, these reviews are meant to help the organization, so to help the company get better with the product, right? It could, if it's positive, if lots of positive reviews, it's going to, of course, enhance the brand's credibility and trust. But if it's not so good, of course, it could tarnish the image of that brand. But nonetheless, they're supposed to be considered and then all those reviewed, or at least most of them, be put back into the product to let it better. That's how organizations use it. I'm not even going to delve deeper into it because, of
Mhm.
course, we want to know how we could
Yeah.
relate that to everyday living. So
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to you, KDO, to continue the conversation. Feedback, review. How does that
Yeah.
apply?
I mean, I think I'll take review over feedback, honestly, because when I hear feedback, most people will cringe because you don't know what's coming.
Mm,
So
mm,
review sounds just a bit more
mm.
palatable than feedback, right?
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is, whether you want to call it review, whether you want to call it feedback, it is emotionless. It is neutral.
Mm,
It's
mm,
a function of who's giving it and who's getting it.
mm, mm,
It's very neutral. It's a function of who's giving and it's a function of who's getting. So, but one thing I do know though is if as a person, as an organization, as a family, as a couple, as a spouse, as a child, if you don't do your own what do we call it now? Self-review, self-analysis, you may pay heavily for it. And that's why organizations do it. And in most cases, they don't even wait for the market to give them feedback before they even launch into the market. You know that they would call their early adopters, they'll call some users to come in and look at this thing, use it, and let us know, criticize it, so that before the entire world sees it,
mm,
right? It's like when a child is growing, the child is eating and is eating, and the mouth is making a lot of noise. What do you think the parents are trying to do? Oh, no, 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 no. That's not how you eat. When you're eating, you don't bite on your spoon. You don't do this. You don't do that. Because they know that once that child goes, and God help that child, goes to a boarding house like I did, your life is going to be miserable. Because when people are now giving that feedback there, they're going to be brutal.
mm, mm.
So that is why internal self-review is very important. And why I say that it's neutral is, again, like I said, it's a function of who's given and you that you're getting. It's a function of that. So when you have, and I also think that the most important thing or the greatest asset you'll ever have in your life are people that can give you
Mm,
feedbacks,
mm,
objective feedbacks,
mm,
people that you know that, again, review, like there was time I was going to buy a refrigerator. No, it was a deep chest freezer that I wanted to get. And I went on the company's website and I started reading these reviews. Oh my God, Ola. Somebody said, oh, this freezer is so noisy, I can't sleep at night. I'm like, geez, what kind of freezer is this that is making so much noise that you cannot sleep at
Is
night?
it a generator? Don't want to buy a generator because of a freezer.
Some people said, oh, this freezer works well, it's a dream. Some people said, and monkey see, monkey do. Once somebody wrote that this generator, I said, oh, now I'm calling it generator. One somebody said, this freezer makes so much noise. The other person, yeah, it's noisy. And I was like, should I buy this thing? Should I not buy it? Should I buy it? But, eventually I bought it. You know why? Price point. It was the cheapest for that size, and that's what I could afford at that time. So I got it. Guess what? I've been using this freezer since 2016. This 2024. I sleep well at night. My kids sleep at night. In fact, when I got it, I was living in a very small apartment, and I didn't have any problem sleeping. So I was like, what are they talking about? Right? But the point I'm making is you need to know who's giving you this constructive feedback. And you better have some people in your network, in your life, that you know that even when they're telling you things that are painful, that you don't want to hear, it's coming from a heart of love. For instance, the parent that is telling a child that you should, every time you eat, your mouth makes noise, or you're biting on your spoon, or the way you behave, or the way you dress, or the way you do one thing or the other, you are so nasty. And they're saying, you've got to calm it down. Or you're brutally honest. They are saying, okay, maybe you a little dose of love when you're telling somebody something. If you know that these people actually, they are unbiased, they have your interest at heart, you better be listening. Or else you're going to get called out in a place where it will only lead to embarrassment. Like you're going to be super duper embarrassed.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly pick on what you said when you talk about, when you're given the feedback. Is there a particular way? So I've heard of the sandwich approach where you would first look at all the, gather all the positive, gather all the negatives, and present it in a certain order. What do you feel? Should that be applicable to when you're talking about, because it comes with emotions, and you don't want to hurt the people that you love, right? So,
but what I'm going to say though is, like I said, depends on who's giving, who's receiving. If you're the one giving, please use the sandwich approach. Even if this person is saying, oh, how do I look? Don't say, oh my God, you look like a cat just dragged you in from the rain. If you're giving, you want that sandwich thing. Oh my God, I love this shoe. They're really nice. I love your top. They're really nice. However, how about we not wear this top and this shoe together? The color is clashing, except the goal here is to color block or something. And then say, but I know once you change it, you're going to look amazing. That's a sandwich. If you're the one giving, please use that. But if you're the one receiving, don't expect that everyone is going to use that on you. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on which side of the spectrum you are on. If you're the one giving it, please be nice, in quote, about it. But if you're the one receiving, don't expect that people are going to polish you and massage your ego because they're giving you a review. Just be open-hearted and take it with not even with a pinch of, just take it and improve on it. Because if you don't, actually, if you know that this person is coming from the point of love and care and they really, really have your interest at heart, then don't start saying, oh, why didn't you use the sandwich when you were giving me that feedback? Come on, get off your whatever and go do what you're supposed to do.
So, Kidio, are you saying now that everyone needs feedback, and should we be seeking for those feedback, or what does that look like?
So there is a difference between seeking feedbacks and seeking somebody to, like I said, massage your ego, or being not having like a sense of security, being insecure. They are two different things. You are not looking for somebody to always, affirm you. So we need to draw the line, but everyone needs feedback. You need somebody in your corner that you know. You don't even have to go look for it. That you know that, oh, for instance, if you have lipstick on your teeth, Ola is going to say, okay, come close, and help you with it. If your hair is out of place, she's going to call you. If you're behaving out of line, she's going to call you in and say, don't let's do it this way. You need somebody like that in your corner. But we need to differentiate that from always looking for somebody and then you're dressed. And then, sometimes my son has been going to the gym lately and now he's got all this. I joke, I say, you've got 2.5 packs. But he likes to...
No, 6. We did 6.
So, he's growing the 6 packs, the muscles, and it's at that age, right? So sometimes when he's walking past me, he stops and he does this. And sometimes I'm working, I pretend like I can see him. There's and I say, get away from me, you're too full of yourself. You just want me to make a comment. Okay, you look good. And say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that's like a mom-child banter, right? Friendly. But we don't want to be looking around for somebody to affirm you to just massage your ego. But we all need somebody in our corner that it's not like you're checking with them every morning. Hello, so today, is there anything I can change? No, but you know that if they see you doing something wrong or something out of line, they will pull you in. Like every vehicle, you know that in driving, there's something we call the blind spot. You mentioned it in the video. Yeah. Every single one of us has it. And if you're driving, you've never heard of that, you need to go Google it. It's called blind spot. Even though you've got, your rear mirror, you've got the windshield in front of you, you've got your 2 side mirrors. All of those 4 mirrors combined, there's still a spot that is missing that you cannot see. In fact, I remember when I was trying to get my license here in Calgary, my instructor would say, Kemi, check your blind spot, check your blind spot. So you need to sort of bend in to see beyond the mirror to be able to see that spot, because you don't know. That has caused the death of many people. So we all as people have blind spots. And the greatest gift you can give yourself is a friend, a mentor, a coach, a family member that has your back, that has a purview of your blind spot, that will call you to order. Yeah. They say that a child will go mad if there is nobody to call. If you allow this child to do everything they want to do, they will literally end up mad, like crazy on the street.
So talking about calling people to order, let me share an experience that I had a long time ago with you and then ask you a follow-up question. So I worked in an organization a long time ago, and in my review, because of course that organization will have annual review. I can't even remember if it was annual or semi-annual, right? My manager then told me things in the line of, when someone is engaging you in a conversation or you're in conversation with someone, you have the tendency of completing their sentences for them. I was like, oh, okay. I did not know that. But that was really helpful because I do that a lot, because I feel like I know what you're about to say. And, if you're not saying it almost immediately, let me help you out, finish that sentence, so that you don't look stupid, or so that you don't right. So when she shared that with me, I was like, oh, okay. I thought I was being helpful, and honestly, I thought I was being helpful, and I said it. I shared that with her. I said, when I help people complete their sentences, I feel like maybe they're lost for words. When you're trying to find words to complete your sentence and you don't find it, the expression is there. Help me with the word. And I'm there to just apply the words, right? So that you can continue the conversation. And she said she understands that. But here's the thing. What if what I supply is not what that person is looking for? I totally dissuade that person from their line of thought. I said, I never thought about it that way. So my question to you is, how long do you have to hold back before you tell that person? Do you have to wait a year to let them know?
Now you're being very sarcastic. I know. Particularly those of us that we have this tendency to think fast. Like sometimes I feel like my brain works faster than my mouth. So when you're talking, you're like trying to, pour all of these things out. And the person is talking, you're like, wait, hurry, say it. We don't have the time all night. And you're like, when when I'm about to like ask somebody a question, sometimes I feel a bit reluctant. Yeah, I feel a bit reluctant, and I'm thinking, and you're wondering, should I say this? Exactly. Okay. How I again, we have to be self-aware when you're in conversation with people, and this speaks to me also. Like I had to be self-aware myself because I have that tendency. Like I said, some of us, our brain, goes faster than our mouth. So when somebody else is talking to you, your brain is already gone past what they are saying. You finish the sentence, you finish the entire conversation, right? And this person is still there trying to roll their eyes from the right to the left, whether they are left thinkers or right thinkers, and thinking, and you're like, just get this thing out
blot
of your mouth.
it out.
Let's be done. But true listening,
Mm.
true listening is taking the time for the person in front of you. It's a skill that spouses, couples have to cultivate, or else I can almost guarantee you that that marriage is not going to last. I know that it sounds cute when you're in relationship with somebody and it's fine when you're dating because it's fun. Oh, we complete each other, but life has taught us that after the marriage and you start living together for 1 year, 2 years, you feel unheard because this guy or this babe is always completing. I can't even have a word in. Before I even start to say it, he has been saying all the conversation. When will I get to talk in this relationship? And it becomes a problem. With friendship too. But I feel like it's beautiful if the person finishes the sentence and it's exactly what you have in mind. It almost validates that relationship. But we don't help by completing people's sentences, at least not on the long run. It might work, it might be cute, it might be adorable in the short run, but on the long run, it causes problems. So true listening is like you're talking to somebody and then you're picking up your phone and I'm listening to you, and you're scrolling. It's exact same thing you're doing when you're finishing this person's sentence. And we see what we want to see. You might think that the person's expression is help me. No, it's allow me to think. Let me come forth. Right? And they always say that, they're just saying that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The most interesting person in a room is the one that listens to everybody, because you would realize, and this is also like a tip, a nugget. If you get into a room and you find that people don't want to listen to you, maybe you talk too much. Maybe every time you meet the person, you're talking about yourself, talking about it. We all like to talk, but people will remember you more when you allow them talk than when you talk about yourself. They would remember more, because in this world where nobody's listening anymore to anybody, it is a skill that is very important, and it will set you apart. So active listening, true listening without, again, why are we completing their sentence? Because we already know what they are going to say and we already have an answer to what they're about to say. That's not true listening. True listening is allowing this person to finish their thought and then reinforcing and saying, is this what you mean when you say, I'm feeling hot, or every time I stand in front of you, I feel little? Is this what you're trying to say? And they say, exactly, that's what I'm trying. But that is after they finish their sentence. But most times before they even finish, you already finished their sentence and you already have your own sentence and what they're going to say after that, and now you're going to respond like 5 cadres. And
Yeah.
there's the thing of selfishness in that, Ola. I know it's painful. We're talking about feedback and review. For people that do that, there's a little selfishness going on there, because it's all about you.
Oh, manipulation. Call it manipulation. That's the word. Manipulation. You
Well,
just want to manipulate.
I'm trying to be nice.
I know
here.
you're trying to massage it.
Oh my God.
Or
Back.
even the stronger word, witchcraft. You just want to, it's witchcraft. You just want to take over every scenario, every situation, because you feel like you are the Lord and
Mano, Lord of the Mano.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so our audience, I know we've talked a little bit, pulled a little bit more into feedback. We've been talking about feedback, giving reviews. and we talked about how organizations use it in terms of performance review, product review, and all that. And we've pulled up principles from that technique
Mhm.
to how we could use it in our everyday living, in the relationships that you have in your life, be it in a family unit, be it with your friends, how you could offer them reviews, how you could give them feedback. We talked about the sandwich approach, where you don't just say all the negative things and no iota of positivity. We talked about positive, negative, positive. It got to be that sandwich burger uh, sandwich approach. Yeah, use it so that you can enhance your relationships. You can
Absolutely.
build credibility. You can build trust. If someone is asking for genuine feedback, give it. If they're not asking and you're not in a position to give, hold yourself.
Mhm.
You know, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. Yeah, so pick, choose, borrow, steal from any of these principles that apply to you and use it in your daily living. Again, it's one life. We gotta be intentional about it. And if it ever crossed your mind that you could be more, or you want to move from one career to business analysis, we are your plug in. DM KDO, DM myself. We help people every now and then to do this transition smoothly. Uh, 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 and again, you're achieving your goals, you're achieving your dreams. That's
Absolutely.
how life is. There's something in you that is yearning, there's something in you that is longing, and you're pursuing that longing, you're pursuing that yearning. Your life has been fulfilled for it. Okay? So, Katie, I don't know if you have a last word before we wrap.
Oh, well, I was just giggling because I was thinking about, if the goal last year was to become a business analyst, your goal this is February. February is rounding up, and see you've not taken any steps. Feedback for you. Get off that couch and make it happen.
I like
Okay?
that.
Because
Yeah.
because there is a trend here, right? It's already showing that you have the goal, but you're not taking the action. Action, action, action. Nothing happens unless we move. So get off the couch. Stop. I was going to say stop watching the Netflix, but it's not about Netflix.
Do the
It's just about
sandwich. Do this. Use the sandwich approach.
what am I going to say now? Oh, good for you that you've chosen to do this. You're thinking of business analysis.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for you to get up and do something about it.
Actually.
Okay, go make it happen. I'm done, Ola.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Again, be intentional. It's just one life. There is no dress rehearsal. Be intentional about living it and living it fulfilled. Until next time, we are signing out and we say bye.
Bye.